Tide Talk Web is back, baby. Sorry, a little late to the game. Been busy, but that's okay. Got my co-host over there today, Penelope. We got a new replacement coach for Scott Cochran. It's Coach David Ballou. He had previous stops at Notre Dame, IMG Academy, and recently at Indiana. We also had Dr. Rhea, who's going to be taking over the Sports Science Center for Saban, which is going to be awesome. I think we're going in a different direction with kinesiology and how the body works and all that. It's not going to be loading up, as much weight as we can get and going after it. Or we still have a fourth quarter program, but I think it'll be geared a little bit more different because we've been having a lot of injuries the last 3 years. Miss Cochran wish she was still at Alabama, but it's okay. With every departure, you take a new step forward and maybe get some new ideas and a breath of fresh air, and that's going to be okay. Like I said, it's going to be really cool. Dr. Rhea has been a professor of kinesiology for 22 years, so he's going to be bringing a lot of expertise into the spectrum. So another noteworthy thing, Latrell McCutcheon, the 10th best defensive back in the country, decommitted from Alabama. I'm not really sure why or what the reason was, but I know that we're still in the mix, but a lot of people are starting to push the panic button like, oh no! It's early in the year. If we're at the end of the summer and we're still at two commitments, then push the panic button. But right now, I don't think that's a big deal. And don't push the panic button yet about the new strength and conditioning coach, because you got to remember, did anybody know who Jeremy Pruitt was when he came there? No. Did anybody know who Brian Daboll was when he came to Alabama? No. Did anybody know who Jim McElwain was when he came to Alabama? He was some offensive coordinator at San Diego State. I think it was San Diego State. No, nobody knew who he was. There's so many coaches. Nobody knew who Kirby Smart was. Nobody knew who Scott Cochran was. He was a women's basketball coach at some semi-pro team, and before that he was at University of New Orleans. So Saban finds these guys. Yes, I know everybody's worried because Pete Golden looked like shit last year. I get it. Totally get it. Every time the defense went on the field, my asshole did this last year. Literally like that. But we had a crazy amount of injuries. Things were going on. I think basically before that, everybody was kind of upset because Tosh Lapoy had taken over and he was way over his head. I know that everybody was looking for that sexy hire, like let's say Aaron Feld from Oregon. But that's okay. You got to find the next up-and-coming coach. You can't always take coaches from other people. You got to be good at finding that next guy up and also coaching those guys up, just the way you do the same with the players. So let's give this guy a little chance. Let's remember that we do have Charlie Strong in there to mentor him, to help, and if worst case scenario, he'll take over. So the sky's not falling. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. Like I said, I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised by this guy. Let's keep an upbeat deal. Like I said, so it's okay. Let's just remember that we got lucky with Sarkisian and Stain, and that was a great blessing. And so let's just count our blessings and keep going forward and not worry about it. Like I said, you can't keep the same people there for 20 years. It doesn't work like that. If you're good, people are going to take your coaches. If people aren't taking your coaches or at least approaching them, something's wrong. So, hell, look at Georgia. They've had 3 offensive coordinators in 3 years, if that tells you anything. So remember that. The sky's not falling. It's all good. I'll be back later in the week with another video. As always, stay fresh, my babies.